Hello, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Sega. So tonight should be fun. This is something I have not played, as most of the stuff something I haven't played in a while. But this is one that I was thinking about, having recently played Tyrion. Other things that came out from that kind of epic Mega Games era, and one I was reminded of is another kind of small scale effort. It was like a brothers, like Rob and Ryan Elam. It was like a 2-person developed game. One Must Fall 2097. This was a fighting game for PC and DOS, which is already kind of puts it in weird territory. Facebook 2000. I'm just going to jump into it a little bit. I'll explain it as we kind of go here. But let's fire up our game window. And actually have to change the capture here so we can actually see. Oh, this is going to be a funny resolution, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to apologize for the presentation tonight, but that should do. That'll suffice. Oh, there it goes. Almost like I meant to do that, right? So I said this was a 2-person effort, but this song, the intro music, demo scene musician Kenny Chow did this, and it's one of the real standout points of the game. So One Must Fall is, the backstory is kind of interesting, it's super weird. There's a company named WAR, and the War Corporation is giving these different fighters the opportunity to prove that they are the best mech pilot, and it's HAR is the abbreviation for the robots. And the best pilot will be given control of the moon of Ganymede for the corporation. So they're all kind of fighting for their own reasons. Like with most fighting games, each of the characters in the game has a little plot with the backstory. I'm going to walk through some of the options first. Actually, I just want to do a quick demo. So we got two good at it. So we got John Paul and Ibrahim in a fight. There are 11 mechs in total.
Round 1. Fight.
10 of them are playable at any time. I think the 11th is the Nova, correct me if I'm wrong, is the one that you have the ability to unlock during play. So there's 2 bars at the top. You have health and stamina. You'll also notice the 2 little dots at the top of the screen. Those are your wins. That's configurable in the options, but you can do like best of 1, best of 3, best of 5. And then the bottom bar is stamina. As that eventually depletes, you're dazed for a moment and your opponent has a chance to find a attack. You'll also notice the backgrounds are a little dynamic. So in this one, there's spikes that come protruding from the back.
Round 2.
The different levels have different potential hazards you have to worry about. Lower the gain or raise my... Yeah, I can do both of those, I think. 1 second. Alright, raise the mic a bit, lower the... Papaya Chemist, hello! Long time no see. I don't think we have caught up on Twitch since the Loom read-along. Alright, that sounds better? Awesome, thank you. No sound test like a live sound test. And this is something else the game has, these little like newscasts in between fights. So you get kind of this, like, here's the moment that made the difference. Alright, so let's go ahead and back out of this if it'll let me. There we go. Okay. So I'll do a quick walkthrough of some of the different features in the game, and then we'll jump in. Like any good DOS game, it's got your ordering info, right? So strategy guide. Ooh, full color poster. Surely that exists out there somewhere still. All right. Back when Epic Mega Games was still based here in Maryland. Ordering in England. Visit Epic on CompuServe. Love it. Epic on the net. Call Exec PC BBS. Looking for Epic's latest games? You can find them on our BBS. Dial 414-789-4360 with your modem and type FFE for Epic. And be sure to try Jazz Jackrabbit. Extreme Pinball, coming winter 94. And they're perfect. See? They even thought to put it in here. One Must Fall was created by Rob Elam, head of the Diversions Entertainment team and 24-year-old designer in Panama City, Florida. Love of arcade fighting games and a background in Taekwondo. Rob teamed up with Epic and spent 18 months developing and perfecting One Must Fall. Using object-oriented programming, the latest and greatest thing in 94, right? Modeled the robots and arenas using Autodesk 3D Studio, drew it in Deluxe Paint. Kenny Chow created the soundtrack. Cool. I love that they put that in there. You get that little extra detail. Like, all right, so gameplay. Very configurable. You can tune up and down the game speed, which obviously in the 486 and Pentium days, depending on how powerful your computer was, it was good to have the, they give players some control over like cycle speed. Normal or hyper mode. Power. This only matters in 2-player games, but you can handicap one or the other player. These are the hazards for the arena. The CPU skill. There's technically, so you see here there's punching bag, rookie, veteran, world class, and champion. But if you keep pushing right past champion, tap, 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 tap. There you go. You can force deadly and champion deadly. I think there's not one more after that. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. For some reason I thought there was one past deadly, but maybe you have to beat deadly first. So there's hidden difficulties if you want really, really, really challenging. I'll put it on veteran, and even that's probably questionable. I'm also just going to do one round. We'll just do winner take all. Then you also have your inputs. I'm just going to cheat and look at this so I know what they are. Alright, numeric keypad for movement, enter for punch and right shift, or let's do that. So Q, U, E, A, and D for my movement, and tab and control for punching and kicking. Nah, I don't want that. I'll stay with the right keyboard. So numeric keypad for movements. Numlock is on. Enter for punch and right shift for... Okay, we'll do that. Oh, other players using that. Okay. Alright. I wish I could use my joystick. I've been having trouble getting the joystick to work with DocsBox lately. Probably have to change the configuration. Alright, so we'll do this. Let's put player 2 on the joystick, if we can. It'll let us. Nope. Alright, so I guess I need to learn Q, U, E, A, and D for movement, and then tab and control for my attacks. Okay. Why not? Alright, so I'm going to do one player first, and then I'm going to go into tournament play, which is actually a completely different mode, something else that they add, which is kind of nice. So one player game. Alright, so we've got our 10 fighters here. Each one has their own power, agility, and endurance. That's only part of what goes into your character's statistics. So in addition to that, the robot you pilot, they each have kind of different strengths and weaknesses. So Crystal wants to... they each have their own little plots. I wish I could remember some of these. Ibrahim, retired triathletes. Yeah, we'll go with the old man. And then we've got 10 different... So the Jaguar, that's the one that's in the intro screen. Shadow, if I remember, Shadow is the one, like, he can fade out and then pop behind. Thorn has pretty good reach. Pyros has, unsurprisingly, a fire ability. Electra has electrical abilities. Katana was the other one that we saw in the demo. Lurk mode activated. No worries. Flail, Gargoyle, and Kronos, who, if I could remember any of the movesets for these, have some time stop abilities. I'm going to go with Jaguar. We'll just do the generic one. The experiment your father worked on should have never started. What experiments? Tell me. And that's one of the hooks of the game, is they have these little plot points you can learn based on which two characters are fighting, so it gives you some replayability. Oh, whoa. Alright, so we are going fast. Oh, I am. Oh, okay, I am with the right. Great. Oh, sticky keys, of course. So I'm going to disable the sticky keys. You know, Windows betrays me yet again. Alright. Ooh. And you lose. That's so funny. Oh, really? You got sticky keyed? Yeah, 5 seconds to the shift key and that was it. Alright, I don't need this sass from WRDE News. A few lucky shots, but most of the time this match looked like this. Nah, alright. So, and there is a scoreboard that'll track this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. That's alright, we can just jump back into the game. Okay. The other thing besides one-player game, and actually let's... something I should mention here. Gameplay. So I set it to veteran. I'll take it down to rookie. Punchbag's the easiest. You cannot do the final battle unless you are at least veteran level. That's the minimum difficulty required to get to the final boss. We'll switch up our character. Alright, so not much plot coming from these two.
Ready, fight.
Ooh. Nice. Oh, right into the... Wow. A heck of a comeback there by Crystal. Alright. And we survive. A few thousand credits short. Alright, and since it's just one player game, this is going to be, we'll just alternate opponent by opponent. We'll do tournament mode next. It kind of adds some... Oh, didn't need to make... There we go. We'll run through these quick. So, Shira Victorious, not half bad. Alright, John Paul and his Thorn. This is the level from the demo that has the spikes. You definitely did not hear sticky keys toggling again. Oh, the lasers. Oh, I love it. We got a spike kill. Beautiful. Alright. That's what they captured too. What a perfect end. Alright, Milano. You're about to see perfection in action ponytail. Again, nice touch to have like very specific dialogue for each like pairing of two characters, but not all of it is plot affirming. Alright, now if I remember correctly, I don't know if we'll get to see this. I think... we won't. Okay. The electrostatic walls there, and it's not just because Milano's playing as Electra, I think they don't do any damage. If I remember correctly, it's actually kind of a... It's almost helpful to the person that's getting hit to get knocked into that, because it can break combos, but it doesn't do any additional damage. Alright, Stefan versus Angel.
Ready. Fight.
Alright, so those orbs deal fire damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm getting careless. Ooh, lucky. Very lucky. I was trying to pop Angel into the little... There's that fireball that'll drift in kind of a lazy figure eight. Wow. I won the fight. Now that dialogue matters more in tournament mode, where they're saying like, oh, well, your crew's going to be up all night fixing it. Because we'll see how some of the mechanics work in tournament mode next.
Ready. Fight.
Whoop. Jumped right into that. Alright. So we're rolling through this pretty quick. I do think there was a pretty big drop-off between rookie and veteran. Alright, Christian. We are quickly running through these opponents. It's good. We'll see what happens when you do this on something less than... And you'll see occasionally like the consecutive hits bonuses, the combo bonuses. Again, those points are nice, I guess, if you're doing like a score competition, but they're also important in tournament mode as well. Ibrahim. Alright, so he's in a shredder. So Ibrahim has the highest defense of any of the characters, so he might take a little longer to take out, but he's also usually in a Thorn, and he's not this time, so... Beautiful. Ow. Yay! Every battle should be in the spike zone. This is not Ibrahim's night. I play as him, he gets wrecked. I play against him, he gets wrecked. Alright. Raven. Appropriately in a shadow. Alright. Quick work of him. Beautiful. That's more like it. Okay. Major Kresiak. I'm not impressed with your fighting skills. Come back when you've learned to fight. So you'll see, one, he's in a bot that you can't play as, the Nova. And two, because we didn't play it on at least veteran, he refuses to fight. Oh, I sit here and explain it all, and of course one button press later, it's like, this is why. Also, he's definitely not M. Bison. Not with that color in it. Alright, much better. But then the part that really hooked me as a kid was tournament play. And tournament play, I'll show it and then kind of explain what's really addictive about it. It is... If you've ever played something like Armored Core, where there's a little bit of resource management, a little bit of like configuration and build up over time, combined with a one-on-one fighting game, that's kind of what this is. So you can create new pilots, save them, delete them. So you can transfer them. You can always just take them over to somebody's house if they also had the game. Yes, let's overwrite. We'll do a new one. So you can pick, there are 4 portraits that come built in. I will say, if anybody noticed on Blue Sky earlier this week, I was trying to find, these are .pic files, and I don't have the software to edit PIC files. It's like it's both a file format and a compression algorithm. So like the PIC file is a bunch of PCX files, I believe, bundled into one set. So you can actually edit the portraits and inject your own into the game. Likewise, the color schemes you can do as well. So I will just play as generic Fonzie here. We'll do medium. And there's 4 tournaments. The North American Open, the Katsushai Challenge, the WAR Invitational, and the World Championship. And you see they each have registration fees. That's how much I have to pay to get into it. And then, depending on how hard it is, affects the opponent's strength and the purse for winning it. There are training courses. You can pay for these. We have 500,000 to start. Wolfmaster, hello. Good to see you. We were just walking through One Must Fall 2097. We played some of the one-player mode. Now we're looking at tournament mode, which adds a little bit of character development. Do a little bit of power. And you'll see over there on the bottom left, we just added 1 pip, so there's some personal progression. You can also then buy kits for your... Thank you! Good to see you too. You can buy kits, so let's see. Arm, leg, stun resistance, arm power, leg power. So you can toggle your color schemes here. Go for a WGS monochrome kind of look here. Yeah, that'll work. That kind of matches our stream a little bit. Alright. And you can do a sim against an enemy pilot or player. You can jump into the arena or register for the tournament. Okay, so we've already registered for the North American tournament, so we'll stick with that one. And battle first opponent. Welcome to North Am, short for North America.
Ready, fight.
Ooh. So lost my combo there. She has a lot of health. Surprised how durable. Oh, I'm an extremely weak robot, that's why. I was like, because it's not taking much damage per hit here. So, because I'm a brand new robot, like, I deal almost no damage. Seriously, this sticky keys thing is going to be the death of me. I don't know if you hear the occasional, like, pew! 4 times now Windows has prompted me to turn on sticky keys. That's what I get for having right shift as my attack button. Okay. We'll take care of that after this fight. 5 times. Alright, and suplex to finish. Sabin would be proud. Alright, so 258,000, not terrible. I pleased excited onlookers with respectable skill. I will take it. Alright, so here's our mechanic. So he says, come on, kid, keep your guard up in there. You didn't do bad, but you could have done a lot better. So you'll see hits landed, failed attacks, your hit and miss opponent ratio. So even though we won, we got blocked a lot more. Our winnings are 908k for the fight with bonuses, but our repair cost is 92,000. So depending on the damage you take, you actually don't win the the whole fight, because you get the purse, but then you're spending some of it to repair your. You can see your dinged up Jaguar there in the back getting worked on. So that money is then what you take back to this screen, which allows you to then either upgrade your kit, right? So I definitely want to upgrade arm power. There we go, because I was not hitting hard at all. And let's just do another couple training courses. So we'll do the 50,000, and these go up in cost each one you do, right? So like 50, and then we'll do a set of 80s. We'll just kind of slowly increase our pilot's ability in addition to our... you can also sell kits if you need to, like if you're hurting for money, you can downgrade. Alright. Who is our next opponent in the arena? Stefan. That's who we were playing as earlier. Alright.
Ready. Fight.
Whoa. Got him! Ha! The fireball hit him. Beautiful. Oh, it got me. Alright, so my hit streak got interrupted. Oh. Boom! Beautiful. Got the hit and the fireball at the end. Should get some style points for that. Alright, so 230,000 to start. Yeah. Our disgruntled mechanic will never be happy unless you basically win in a near perfect round. Alright, so much better this time. My opponent had a 34% hit miss ratio, so... And that's kind of the cycle, right? You'll play through these rounds, you'll build up. So let's buy some arm speed. We'll tech up our own individual skills a bit. Let's do 2 this time, power and agility. We'll save the rest of our coinage. And we'll go against Shiro.
Ready. Fight.
Ah, left an opening. So this is something too. The Thorn is notoriously high endurance. So I've been peppering this guy with hits, and my 14 consecutive hit streak ends, and we're still almost tied. Good reach too. Yeah, the Thorn is really... in the right hands, it's a very good bot. Or, excuse me, an HAR. It's the game-specific term, right? No, no move. Ah, see it. Oops, he was stunned. Ooh. Thank you, Spike. Beautiful. That took a lot of damage, though. We're gonna get a very unhappy pit boss. My hulking Jaguar. Slender Boy hulking. Alright, so yeah. Wow, 70%. That was a very patient opponent we fought. But the purse was almost 1.5 million, so that should be good for us. I'm gonna blow it all on armor plating. We have 10 grand left, barely enough for a space burger. Wow. Kurt. And obviously, because we're playing in the tournament, because you're playing as a custom character, you don't get the same little plot inserts that you get with the regular one-player game. Because no, I jumped right into that. Shadow's got, I think, 2 or 3 good air control abilities that just get him. Okay, so I can duck that. Oh no, stunned. Hey, it came out of it. Nice. Get there. How clacky my keyboard is coming over the stream, but it's super awkward playing a fighting game with the arrows and my shift and enter key. And I have to show you this on stream. The keyboard I'm using, the enter, shift, and arrow keys are all roughly located in, oh, what you can see, just tightly clustered kind of all around here. So I have been playing this game with my 2 hands basically like I'm wedged right on top of each other, but it's alright. You get used to it. You work with what you got. John Paul's Repair Crew. Hey! That's the closest we're gonna get to a compliment, isn't it? Alright, so we got stunned a lot that fight. I'm gonna go up to level 2 stun resistance. Opponents are starting to get us dizzy often. I'll add a little bit of power. There we go. Alright, on to Milano. That is a nice looking Jaguar he's got.
Ready, fight.
He's not guarding low at all. Yeah, the one thing I noticed that, sadly, I really wanted to pause the intro and like play the cool Epic Mega Games lightning thing in the game start, but this keyboard does not have a pause break button. So without pause break, I could not do the Alt plus pause, which is the default DOSBox pause emulation combination. So I might see if I can remap that in DOSBox for future DOS games. So if I want to pause on a specific spot, explain something. Oh no, 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 no. Stop that, Milano. No late comebacks. Alright. Okay, yeah, we're cruising through the North American Open here. So we are rank 6. which I think means there's 5 more opponents until we've won this tournament, if I remember how that works. We don't have enough to upgrade a robot, so we'll just do a little personal training. Kind of even out a little bit here. Now there is some advantage to buying endurance early. If you take less damage, you lose less money, so you can kind of tech up a little quick. Dr. Linear, this is also cool. You get some characters in these tournaments who are not characters in the main game. And I should note, I mentioned that if you had the tech wherewithal, that you could customize the character portraits in One Must Fall. You can also customize tournaments. There's files you can break open that have the tournament name, the tournament banner, the list of fighters, the fighter ID. So you could even make your own custom tournaments. This game went freeware in, I believe, 1999. And sometime like 10 years ago or so, a fan project to do open OMF, which is like an easily modded and edited version of this game. I don't know, because I'm playing on kind of the original here, how that did or how far along that project is, but I know they've been working on it for some time. I just realized we're in a night version of the you stay over there with the gunfire. I don't want to be anywhere near those planes when they arrive. Ah, I'm in trouble now. Uh-oh. Yeah! That's the second. So now we've taken out an opponent with the spikes, and we've had an opponent shot down a jet for us. Love it when the environment gets the final hit. Yes, we did barely. So we lost 360k in repair costs. Buy some leg power. Those sweeps aren't doing enough damage. Okay, and a little more personal training power. Okay, here's Ibrahim. And I don't know if you noticed, like the difficulty of the opponents increases bit by bit too, because obviously as you're going through the tournament, these opponents are higher rank. They have, wow, sticky keys. Alright. Someone in chat, please remind me when I'm done one of these fights to just take 30 seconds and go into Windows and turn that off for good. I keep, like, just spamming to remove the dialogue window and not actually addressing the fundamental issue. My operating system hates me. Well, you know what? That's being paranoid. That's not fair. Windows hates everybody equally. They just hate some people more equally than others. Okay. Ibrahim. This is not Ibrahim's night. Boom. Turn off sticky keys. Yes, I must turn off sticky keys. Okay. Alright, you watch my ship, dude. I'm going to turn off sticky keys. So, hold shift for a few seconds. Alright. Sticky keys. Keyboard shortcut for sticky keys. Off. Show the icon. Taskbar. Alright, we're just getting rid of all of those sticky key settings. Filter keys. We're turning off the shortcut for that. If I want these accessibility, these are amazing accessibility options. If I wanted them, I would turn them on. Okay. They are off. We should be good again. Alright, wow, 2.5 million. Alright, now we're making some money. Alright, I'm doing a lot of kicking. We'll do another leg power. I'm kind of relying on Jaguar's low sweep. It's, especially against the computer, there's sort of that sweet spot window where you're far enough away from them that they don't block as often, so. Crystal. I like the color scheme. The gold and blue is nice. Okay. Nope. Spike! Hee-hee! Get him, Spike. Ooh. Ooh, ouch. I'm getting housed right now. Thank you, Spike. You. Oh. Oh man, this is a tense one. Ah, we had the exact same thought. Okay. Tight, but victorious nonetheless. Yes, I should make your job a little easier. Now, is this called One Must Fall 2097? There was a prequel to this that came out the year before One Must Fall. But if I remember, that's only like 2 characters, and it's similar to like a Karate Champ or a Karateka, where it's just 2 karate fighters kind of duking it out. It almost feels in many ways like a tech demo for this game. And then there was a later version called One Must Fall Battlegrounds that is a 3-dimensional over-the-shoulder game. But at that point, play Armored Core. Armored Core is great. If you haven't played Armored Core, they're amazing games. They're obviously not traditional fighting games in that you're not having these mechs duke it out. You know, you're launching lasers and missiles and stuff at each other, but in terms of a good one-on-one mech combat game. The other thing I should mention here is you can trade your robots out. So if you wanted to in the tournament, like you're playing as Jaguar for a while, but you know you want to swap to, say, a Kronos. And that's where the difference between your pilot's power, agility, endurance, and your mech's statistics comes into play, because if you trade them in, you'll see it resets the ability. So I'm going to stick with the Jaguar. We'll just tech him up for now. Jack. Another new opponent. So it's cool, you get some new opponents, you get some new color schemes. The tournaments give you a way to kind of have these custom lists of... Oh, I got cocky. I had a perfect round going for a second there. The speed for the legs has actually made a pretty big difference. I feel like they're not blocking nearly as much. But I guess that's usually one of Jaguar's assets, is it's one of the quicker HARs. Oh, look at that! We did it! He cracked a smile. It is possible. I didn't think it could be done. That is a happy pit. That is a happy pit boss. I keep saying pit boss, crew chief, whatever. He gets to go home early tonight. Lucky guy. Alright, so we are ranked 2, which I think means that the head of the North American tournament is our next opponent. So we will spare no expense. We're going to dump whatever money we can into being ready for this guy. There we go. Can't say we aren't prepared. Oh, it's Raven. Oh, of course, because Raven's on the he's on the cover of the North American tournament. That makes sense. You're gonna have to dance with fire to beat me. All right.
Ready. Fight.
I feel like a lot of the fights have taken place in the spike pit tonight. Oh, right idea, wrong positioning. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to be stunned. Stunning is for you. Ah. Oh, just enough to get a hit in. Yeah, the block and the counter. And that's it. We are North American Open Tournament champions. Next time, Raven. Next time. New champion! Hope you didn't miss this fight, folks. How dramatic. You feel invulnerable. But there's always the next fight. Or some such. We are the North American champion. That bumper sticker for the car. But the next challenge awaits, because it always does. Is that how you spell truly? I'm skeptical. You've got to learn some defense. We're the North American champion. The tournament's over. We made over $5 million winning that fight. Good old Blue Eyes, steely stare here. No. We're going to always get beat up like this if we don't defend ourselves better. Alright, so we are rank 1. You'll notice now that the arena is grayed out because we're the top of the North American circuit. If we want to register for a new tournament, right? So this would be the next one up. And like I said, the cool things about these tournaments is you can customize, if you have the tools to make them. And I guess at this point, if you wanted to make these, you'd have to maybe set up like a virtual, or if you have an older PC, like set up a virtual box or an older PC to actually get the programs. You would need a PIC or a PCX supported art program to do the graphics. You would need I'd have to look it up. There's software for packaging these as well. You could probably even just blow up the existing package files in the One Must Fall folder. I'm gonna quickly open up. Let's see, so resources. So yeah, these arenas, they're packed up in, it's like 2 files. Each one is a .psm file and a .bk file. And I'm guessing you could probably pop those open and, yeah, so like North American has a .pic file, and that's going to be your the image collection. So yeah, so each of these tournaments has it. Oh, I see. The arenas. I'm sorry. The arena BK and PSM files. Those are the where you actually fight. The .trn files would be the tournaments, and then the .pic files that go with them would be the graphic collections for that tournament. And then BK there is probably the custom battlefield for that. So like we had the Desert at Night for the Doctor. That was pretty cool. All right. I think that's probably a pretty good place to call it. If you are interested in playing One Must Fall, again, it went freeware in 99. It's not too hard a game to find. There is also Open One Must Fall, Open OMF. An Open OMF. Let me see if I have a website for that, actually. I'll share a link to Open OMF in chat for everybody. So if you are curious playing... Oh, it's so easy. Of course. It is at openomf.org, if that's something you're interested in. So there is a... it's got a GitHub if you wanted to play with the source code yourself. They're working on, it looks like, it's got rollback netcode, modern netplay. So instead of running on IPX, it would have UDP for the protocol, OpenGL acceleration, mod support for custom music and sprites. So yeah, looks like it's cool. So because it's been freeware since 99, it looks like it's in good hands, and the community's having a lot of fun with this one. So if you are interested in playing One Must Fall and you don't have an old DOS setup or a reliable DOS box installed, this is probably the way to go. That's probably all I've got for tonight. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to catch up on overall channel-wise. We have been taking these recordings down, so hopefully sometime future I'll start uploading the Ion Gaming Live recordings to the YouTube channel. In addition to Ion Gaming Live, we do still have a couple other recordings I've got to skim through. If you were lucky enough to be with us at Portland last year for the FMV Zone, did a live playthrough of Myst. I have that footage. I need to scrub the audio to make sure it's usable. If we do, I will get that uploaded to the channel as well. We are working hard on stuff for conventions. We are still planning on attending both Long Island Retro Gaming Expo and Portland Retro Gaming Expo this year. I'll have more information on both of those events when we've got it. And with that, I think, I mean, I could sit here and listen to the song for another hour, but I think we're gonna call it. So have an excellent week ahead, everybody. To all my fellow allergy sufferers, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. Hang in there. It gets better. I don't know what works for you, Claritin, Allegra, Zyrtec, the hopes and dreams of small children. Whatever it is, may the antihistamines be with you, and I will catch you for next stream.